We understand that the whole point of getting more traffic to your website usually isn't just to have traffic, it's to convert those people into paying customers. And that's why our SEO packages have a little bit different strategy. Most traditional SEO companies focus on kind of the more technical pieces of SEO implementation, but we add a couple that are particularly designed for those customer conversions. We use a multi-stage approach, and a couple of these stages you won't find offered by traditional SEO companies. The first stage is a detailed SEO audit. While you can jump in and just start making SEO changes, it helps to know where you're starting from and if there are any particular issues that need to be addressed before SEO would even be effective. The second stage is technical updates. This would be things that either prevent search engines like Google or Bing from crawling your website, which means it can't show up at all, or things like bad backlinks from really spammy sites or from sites that you don't want to be associated with, or things that need to be disavowed in Google, or even sometimes penalties that have been enacted by Google, sometimes because of things like those bad backlinks that need to be cleaned up before your site can be properly indexed and ranked and really found on a search engine. Those two stages, plus our fourth stage I'll tell you about in a second, are the ones that traditional SEO agencies focus on. Our third stage is enacting initial calls to action on the most important pages and posts on your website. We do this based upon the amount of traffic they get or if they're considered a landing page. The worst thing is for us to enact these strategies that get new traffic to your website, but then you don't ask them to do anything. And when they're not asked to do anything, that visitor is going to leave and look at another website. So we know the importance of those calls to action, and we'll run through and make sure that there's at least some type of initial basic call to action on all of those most important pages and posts on your website. The fourth stage, on-page optimization, which is obviously where a lot of SEO agencies focus. This is things both behind the scenes and that your visitor will be reading on the page. Things like meta titles, tags, and descriptions, keyword optimization, adding keywords into the alt text for images. This is an initial run through to start optimizing those keywords on your pages, and we also focus on the readability factors on your page. For example, big blocks of text with no line breaks between them, no white space, is really hard on the reader. And even though that text may be filled with great keywords, if the reader has a hard time viewing your page, they're more likely to leave. So we look at the technical aspect, but also the usability on your visitor. This fourth stage is actually an ongoing process if you are regularly adding new blog posts and content to your website. So it also continues while our fifth and sixth stages are also occurring. The fifth stage we focus on, where some of the more marketing-oriented agencies do, but most traditional technical SEO agencies miss, is looking at your full digital presence. While yes, your website is one place that you need to optimize, your entire online presence can and should have SEO practices implemented that's pushing people back to your website. So we look at your Google My Business listing, your Bing Places for Business listing, and those other type of search engine related listings. We also look at your social media presence and other pieces that can be found online. Not to make a lot of changes to those, but we look to make sure that basic things such as your company name, your logo, your keywords used in the about description, your contact information, those types of things need to be consistent across the web. Most importantly, keywords used in your descriptions and making sure that the links used are correct and accurate. Our sixth stage of your search engine optimization is one that we know for a fact most traditional SEO companies miss. This stage is most critical when you consider some of Google's most recent SEO algorithm updates. Some of these are touched upon a bit as we're going through the fourth and fifth stage because these last three stages really work together. And then the rest, the fine-tuning, we really focus on during this 6th stage. This stage includes optimizing your website for your buyer's journey, fine-tuning your posts and pages and your calls to action, plus your keywords to directly correlate to each stage of a user journey. This user intent is one of the new factors that Google looks at to know which page or post from your website to show someone searching for your product or service. We use a method that we've developed to run an audit on all of your pages and strategize which page goes into which portion of a customer journey, and then we optimize all your pages by interlinking them to the next proper stage in a buyer journey, using proper calls to action, and going back and rewriting some of these posted pages to make sure that it matches the stage that your prospective customer is likely at. It has the things they need to know for that stage, and it takes them along the journey. We also consider pages and posts that we can optimize for Google's answer box, which will give you a better shot at showing up in that answer box, which is the first thing shown even above paying advertisers. And we also look at places we can optimize for voice search. All of these newest search algorithm updates are very important to be optimized for. The most important one, though, is actually optimizing your whole website for a customer journey, how you work them through a marketing funnel or a sales funnel. We're always excited when we see that strategies we've been doing for years now are then actually becoming part of the Google search algorithm, because that means that the customers' websites that we've worked on in the past were already set up to benefit from this newest update. This particular strategy is one that we've been doing for quite a while, and it is an official stage of our SEO implementation on your website, because we know getting traffic to your website isn't enough. You have to also be able to more easily convert those people into paying customers. Hopefully the rest of your questions can be answered throughout this document. If not, drop us a comment, send us an email, or use the chat bubble on the bottom right-hand side of our website to ask your question. We look forward to working with you and helping you really optimize not just your website, but your business's entire online presence so that you can be found more easily in search.